This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for July 29th, 2024. It's currently June 11th, 2024, 10:42 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $536.95. That's USD. The shuffle video for the July 29th reading was created on May 23rd, 2024 at 11:41 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a video playing for you in the lower left corner. So the overall theme of behavior for the 29th, there's either a lot to do with Vice President Biden here, and or there's an important support level on a 1 month scale minimum that's highlighted. Hard to say because of what's happened from the prior days of this month. Behavior around the high side, we have a decline out of the high side down to and through support to meet another support, and we rotate sideways along that support. Behavior around the lowest low, this is what makes me think there's an important support level on a multi-day scale that's highlighted because there's a correlation to the low in the theme card, right? So we've got an important support level on a 1 month scale minimum, and we do 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. Third cross to the upside, confirming a bullish trend. So we should see the low probably twice, 2 to 3 times. There's not really trade advisement around this survey card because it's nullified, but we may revisit a support we've recently met once before. Now, I'm going to get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior, as well as timing the highs, the lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before I do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube Tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. So let's get back into it. So we open lower, and then there's a significant low in the pre-market, both on a multi-day scale and on the scale of the 29th, a one-day scale. It's at key support. Looks like at some point there's a bit of a rally around the open to a high somewhere in the first half hour. This is a really sidewaysy day. But there's a rally to key resistance at a high somewhere around the open, and then we decline from that high back down to key support and back to a low in that first half hour. A lot of price change there, and then there's a pop and drop in the midst of the pop and drop. The pop takes us back to a high between 10 and 11, and then we drop and continue further to the downside into a low just before 12 o'clock. Pretty mixed behavior here between that low just before 12 and a peak that probably formed somewhere around 1 o'clock. But it's in the midst of a lot of mixed behavior back and forth, a lot of sharp moves back and forth. At some point, there's a big move to the upside reaching for distant resistance. At some point, there's a big move to the downside. It looks like there's actually at least 2 big moves in either direction between noontime, but there's 2 big moves at least in both directions. So 2 big moves to the upside, 2 big moves to the downside, at least between 12 and 2 o'clock, and then between 2 o'clock we have price swings again, and a low there that forms near that important support level on a 1 month chart scale. I wonder if it's the same support. It's got to be the same support. There's volatility in the last hour, and a fast sudden move higher ending that volatility that takes us to a high right around the close, which we then sell off from in the post market. Sneak preview for the following day, we have a failed attempt to break through resistance we expect to break through, followed by a decline through key support. Okay, so if you open up a short position here at the end of the day, what you want to do is look for the price level of the low in the pre-market. Wait till we have a high here in the around the open, and then decline back down from that high back down to lows here in the first half hour. That's where I would close out of the short position from the 26th, opened on the 26th. And there may be opportunity. If we do have a high at the end of the day, I would open up a short at that high. I might open up a short there. I have to look at the following day in more detail. So check out the reading for July 30th before you open up a short there. That's SPY for July 29th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.